Hello and welcome to the Critically Clueless. I'm a monk, and today we are back in Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous doing yet another character build, and this one is going to be an interesting one because it's going to be our first witch on the channel. Of course guys, if this is the kind of content that you want to see, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, that way you don't miss out on more videos just like this. Heads up, this is a beginner's guide video. This is for when you're very first starting off the game, and if this is the character that you want to pick. Now, the witch, and especially the hex channeler that we're going to be doing, really has two different builds in my opinion. It has the healer, the character that goes around healing all your peeps up, making sure they're all nice and cushy. However, there are a few other characters that I think do it slightly better. There is a nice little route for all of those people out there that likes to play the game on the darker side, however, and that's that of a Necromancer. So that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be doing a witch channeler Necromancer. Now, when it comes to who to pick, I think an elf would work really well. The extra dexterity, the extra intelligence, I think would work pretty good. However, for this build, we're going to go for human. Humans are one of the best people to build any class with because of the extra feat and the skill points. So that's what we're going to go with. When it comes to background, of course, we're going to go for a Necromancer. So our background is going to be a regional Necromancer. This gets us a +3 to bonus maximum hit points for any undead characters that we spawn. Now, the witch class uses intelligence to cast your spells. Therefore, high intelligence is incredibly important for this. And matching this, a high dexterity means that we're actually able to hit with those spells that we're going to be trying to use. Remember, we are going to be a Necromancer, and that means us using a lot of spells very frequently. We actually want them to land and do their job. So high dexterity, high intelligence, a little bit of constitution, because I honestly hate tanking my constitution and having low hit points. So that's what we've got. We got no wisdom, no charisma. This isn't going to be the character you're going to be flying through the dialogue with, unfortunately. And we've only got 9 strength as well. When it comes to allocating skill points, we actually have a few options. Go green all the way. Knowledge of the Arcana, absolute must. Knowledge of world, law, nature, law, religion, and of course, use of magical devices. And then that brings us on to our feats. Now, because we are going for a Necromancer build, there really is only one option. We are going to find spell focus, and we are going to focus into a necromancy, taking greater spell focus into necromancy once more. That means that our necromancy spells are going to be hitting and hitting hard. Now, one thing that I really like about the Witch Necromancer, as opposed to the Sorcerer Necromancer, for instance, is the fact that you get a Witch's Familiar. You get a little pet, and there's a few decent options here. So have a little look-see. They do come with different buffs. For instance, if you was to get the rabbit, you get an extra bonus to perception checks. I also happen to think that the centipede just looks absolutely amazing and is really good for roleplay purposes. However, the viper, the raven, maybe even the chicken work particularly well. Honestly, have a little look-see at what you want to pick and choose what best fits you. I'm going to go for the viper personally. With it, you get a bonus 3 to persuasion, so at least you've actually got a chance with some persuasion checks, and you also get the +2 for perception. Next up, we get to choose our Patron. Now, with this, it kind of shows you that there is a lot of different options here. And like I said earlier in the build, there are kind of 2 classes or 2 main different builds you can do for this, healing being one of them. This is where you would pick healing, depending on your class, depending on the abilities that you would want. Have a little look-see. I think ones that work really well are Insanity. I really like Insanity. I like it for the roleplay purposes as well. as a few of those extra spells that you get. I think it's pretty cool. I also think that Shadow would work very, very well as well. Having things like Vanish, for instance, is just an extra little bonus. There really aren't that many wrong answers. It's just what's best fitting for your build. If you are following this build, however, Insanity or Shadow, personally, I think would work best. Next up, we get to pick a hex, and again, if you was going for the healing build, this is when picking healing would be a very good option for you too. There really aren't too many wrong answers here as well. It's up to you. I quite like Evil Eye. I think that works rather good. I quite like Nails as well as an extra little attack that we can do. And I also like Vulnerability Curse. This one casts a spell over their enemies and it makes them vulnerable to energy. The hex actually lasts for a number of rounds dependent on the witch's level. Therefore, the stronger you get, the stronger this ability actually gets. Fortune is also another good ability to have a little look-see and a read it as well. So have a little look, see which one best fits you, and you know, one that kind of calls out to you. Personally, for this, it's going to be Vulnerability Curse. Next up, we're going to be on to the spells, and we can pick 7. Burning Hands, absolutely amazing area of effect, one of the best early game spells you can get. Cause Fear, another really good one, especially as that is a Necromancy. Inflict Light Wounds, again, another really good one as that is Necromancy too. Ray of Enfeeblement and Ray of Sickening, also good picks here. Summon Monster level 1, I really like this just to have an extra body on the field early game. It can seriously make all the difference. Enlarge Person is another one that I really like too. I also think there's nothing wrong with picking up Cure Light's Wounds because, hey, if you get to cure a character a point or two here and there, anything helps sometimes. There is a little wiggle room as you do get to pick 7 spells. So I'd pick the first 5 that I picked, same as I did, and then pick what best suits your style after that. And then we are on to Deity. Once again, guys, pick what best suits your alignment. This is a Necromancer. For pure roleplay purposes, pick somebody dark. You know, pick someone like that. Also, always take in consideration the kind of weapons you're going to pick. You know, like I said, you're playing as a Necromancer, so anything evil and dark would work rather well. But guys, this is my Witch Hex Channeler Necromancer build. Let me know what you think of it down in the comments. Is this one you're going to try out? Is it one you've already tried out and you got a different and maybe better build for? Let me know. I'd be very interested to see what you guys got for this. I love playing Necromancers. I love playing as a dark character and going through those alternative options when it comes to this game. This game is great for being able to kind of, you know, really choose different paths and different alignments. And I found this build to be an awful lot of fun. But that is it for the end of this video. Hopefully you have learned something or maybe just found it entertaining. If you did, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. It helps us out so much, helps us grow, helps us reach more people, meaning that I can put more content on the channel. And if you want a better way to help the channel, I have recently put my novel, which is a dystopian cyberpunk, up for pre-order on Amazon. It's also going to be available for Kindle Unlimited, and the link for that will be down in the description. But guys, I have been a monk, we've been Critically Clueless, and I will see you in the next video real soon. Until then, take it easy and happy gaming.